tan. We pretty much have everything sorted out. Everything is where it's going to be, I think, for the foreseeable future. So we've kind of got everything organized the way we think we're going to be able to use the van and use it efficiently. So you can see up here we've got the Terra X. I don't know exactly what it's called, but
cord management thing.
yeah.
Because with the Sprinters, the plugins for the phones are underneath that cover.
And there's a wireless charging unit in there as well. But the issue is the sun is so hot that it beats down on that and it overheats the phone. So you can't put your phone in there and wireless charge it. And you can't, without this installed, there is no place for your phone cord to even come out. So you have to leave this open or like crush your cord. So this is part of it. And then of course this lid, so it gives you this compartment where your cords can live. When now I've got it stuck there.
Hey.
And then Nate has this OFFROAM phone charger or phone holder. I'm going to be putting one over here on my side as well, because we did really like the design of this. It opens up and closes very, very easily.
Yeah, it's like aluminum. It's really nice quality.
Really nice, high quality. So you can find that online. We'll put some links to some of this stuff. We don't have any sponsors or anything. This is just stuff that we've purchased that we really, really like. And then also up here, this is our Showtime curtain. This is from Canyon Adventure Vans. And you can see how quickly we can open this up. And then if I had this one unhooked, I could close this up and we would be completely private in this front area, and be able to quickly set up camp for the night and be done. And it takes a matter of minutes.
Yeah,
so.
We didn't like the window shades thing. They're just really bulky. They take up a ton of space in here. And
yes.
Like these take up no space.
They don't take up any space. And they hide over here to the side. Like you can see this one here. So again, Canyon Adventure Vans design these, and they are pricey, but they are well worth the money that we spent on them. So this is my workstation. Currently I have it set up so that it's facing out this direction. I have worked with this chair turned around and then facing that way. We're hoping it's a little more sound deadening if I'm facing this direction. Not sure about the comfortability of these chairs, so I do have an extra cushion I brought to try that out, because we're going to be working in the van for literally 2 weeks straight. So we're going to test that all out. This is going to hold my work laptop, and then I actually have a giant double screen set of monitors that folds up and has like a kickstand on the back of it. So it's going to go to about right here. So I have to actually tuck it behind this cabinet just slightly. And then I have those 2 monitors and the laptop screen to work from. So I use 3 screens at home, same setup. So that's what I'm going to use here. I do have this that's actually has a holder that's over there for this time because we're traveling still. It does clamp on here, and then this goes here. This is going to hold my coffee mug in the morning because I like to drink right-handed. I'm right-handed, so it's going to be on this side. It says also going to hold my phone and so just some tissues and pens and things that I need during the day while I'm working. So that's basically the front area.
So we also installed the Canyon Adventure Lagoon bracket mount. I don't know how well you can see that. What that allows us to do is to actually turn that front driver's chair around without disconnecting the Lagoon mounts or anything like that. So there's enough room so you can actually spin it around. Without that mount, you have to take this all apart to spin that around.
Which is a nightmare. The other issue I had with working from this chair is that not only was I sitting in the sun in the heat, but I had to get in from the driver's door and then I couldn't get out because that leg is there. So that bracket and the different orientation of the table does help with that, but I think it's still going to be better to be on this chair, be able to get out as needed. I'm not sitting up here, which is hotter. And then again, for sound reasons, I'm facing that way. We both have noise canceling headphones that we're going to wear. I'm going to be working in the front, and he's going to be working in the back, and we'll show you that in just a minute. But more about up here. We have a lot of
the pizza oven.
they call the pizza oven, which is kind of funny. We do have a bag with our towels in it. We bought Turkish towels because they dry faster. They're very lightweight, but very absorbent at the same time. This is an Overland Gear Guy bag. Again, we don't have any sponsors, but we don't mind sharing what we've purchased just in case you're interested. This does fit in there. This is the 7-inch bag, right, Nate?
That's correct.
Okay. So that does fit in the headliner of these vans perfectly. So I think we're going to end up buying a couple more of these. They are a little pricey, but
they're really nice.
The quality of them is fantastic, and they fit.
They fit really good up there, and
yes.
I prefer those over seeing the clear bags that we currently are using. So
yes. The clear bags are nice because you can tell what's in them. But these are really, really cheap. I bought them on Amazon, and we've ripped probably 3 or 4 of them already.
So
and we used them twice.
So we use those for basically packing all of our clothes.
That's all of our clothes are in these. This is just like stuff that we didn't have any more bags in. Just a little jacket and sweatshirt type of thing up here. Again, more sweatshirts. Up here stored is also our induction cooktop, which does go and sit out here. You can pull this out and then push this into place. You can put the cooktop here as well, so we can have a little bit more counter space. You can see I got my Wegmans cookies, which I'm super excited to try out later today. Up here, this is kind of where we keep all of our pantry, well, not pantry, but foodstuffs. And in here, cooking stuff. So we have a Ninja Crispy. They do have a new version of this, but this is the small bowl with a Ninja Crispy air fryer. This is the large bowl. We do have the liners for that to help with cleanup. We keep, bags, tinfoil up here, some little pans that will go in the crispy. So not only is it an air fryer, but it will also bake and reheat and recrisp things. So it has an added function that we really, really like, since we do not have an oven. So this will allow for us to make freezer rolls, things like that, air fry frozen vegetables, chicken tenders, things like that. We also have cups and stuff up here stored, and then the cookbooks and stuff that go with the crispy. So that is all of that.
We have a Max Air fan up here. We do have the
Canadian Adventures cover for that as well.
What it does is that having that cover on there makes it quieter when you're driving. You don't hear it at all.
Yeah.
It also acts as a blackout shade. So
yes.
in the morning, stuff like that, sunlight doesn't come through there. So that's kind of nice to have.
Yes, absolutely. Do you want to get a little shot of our, this is our Big Tan Adventure Van sign that we got made in Helen, Georgia at the beginning of December. It's just pretty cool. So this is a refrigerator. It is very compact. It's about the same size as a dorm room fridge. So every little bit of space is necessary, and you have to organize it really well. So we try to keep sauces and milk and condiments on the door, butter up here, have this little butter keeper. And then we purchased these from Walmart, these little clear shelves or shelf dividers. So you can actually fit quite a bit in there, and it keeps stuff a little bit better organized, and then you can still fit things on the sides. So we've got 3 of those in there in assorted sizes. And then got everything just packed in there.
Yeah, and a shout out to, I think it's Explore Trek Adventure.
Explore Trek Adventure, yes, that actually mentioned these in one of their videos.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, you can pull them out and see what's in the back. And like, it actually, I was like, well, I feel like it's going to take up more space, but it's actually so much more convenient. It does make it way more organized. I feel like you can fit a lot more stuff.
Yeah, and you can get to everything. Yeah. So otherwise, if you didn't have those little pull-out bins, you would have to dig everything out of the refrigerator to get to whatever is in the back. So not an efficient waste or efficient use of space. Up here, we have stored some electronics stuff that we use, some equipment for work. Decorations, and then this is our game and cabinet. It's kind of the catch-all.
It's our junk drawer.
Yeah, and we have the first aid kit up there because we need Band-Aids constantly because we're always cutting ourselves. So this is our sweet JBL speaker that came with the van. It actually is really nice, and like I was like laughing about it, but it really is a nice Bluetooth speaker. So we put this on. This was not installed with the van. This is something that we added because it has no place to put paper towels. So bathroom, we really haven't done much in here. We keep our trash can in here until we get to where we're going.
And then we just move it to between the 2 front seats.
We put it between the 2 front seats when we're camping, and we have that curtain closed. And then I have a shower bag in here that we can take to a bathhouse, or while we're traveling, I keep all of my hair care products and stuff in there. There is this little closet space back here, but it's really, really small. We do use this shower. A lot of people that have these vans do not use the shower, but we do.
We use everything in there. We use the cassette toilet. We use the shower.
We do.
We are good with it. It's fine.
Yes.
We also added this gigantic mirror.
Oh, we did add the gigantic mirror here.
Yes.
So that you can actually see yourself when you're dressed and make sure that you look okay. So, but.
Oh, and speaking of mirrors, we also added a small mirror up here.
Oh, yes, we did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too. I forgot about it too. Up here on the back of the visor, because the Sprinter vans do not have mirrors. This one came from Overland Gear Guy.
As well, yes. And that's the only place we could actually find one from that we were sure was going to fit.
Would actually fit.
Yeah. So, back into the kitchen, though. This is our silverware drawer. Again, we bought dividers because it makes things more organized. They're not rattling around all crazy. We also have this drawer for towels. Okay. So this drawer is where we keep all our plates and bowls, napkins, assorted napkins, Tupperware containers. We have everything that's plastic so that it doesn't rattle, because that's one of the things in an RV, everything rattles. Everything is as small as possible. You can see we have collapsible measuring cups, just trying to keep everything to minimal size. And then this bottom one is our pots and pans. I also have a tablecloth down here to fit in between those to keep them from rattling. So these pots and pans are pretty cool because they actually have a handle that fits on there, and then you're good to go. So this one handle goes with all the pots or the pan that we have, and that way it doesn't take up as much drawer space. So this is like a great idea if you have an RV. It's a way to get everything in there, and it's much more compact, and it just clicks off that easy. Of course, we've added some carpeting, some rugs. I'm trying to make it a little homier in here, a little bit warmer, because the floor is very cold, just so you know. It's not the warmest floor. So this is our pantry. So it's as organized as you could possibly be in a van of this size. It's probably hard to see with
it's jam full.
Yeah, with these spaces, but yeah, we have different buckets and things, holding things to make sure things
coffee stuff down here.
Yeah, we have all our coffee stuff there at the bottom. So we just try to make sure that everything is where we can get to it, and it also is not going to rattle around and fall out when you open the door, but it still sometimes does. So just have to be careful. This we also divided with separators. This is our toiletries that we need, and some spare stuff. You know, we've got our Advils and face wipes and toothbrushes and things in here, so that's easily accessible. And then down here, this is where we keep our Keurig, and this is a wine bag. So we do harvest hosts, and so we want to be able to have a way to safely transport wine. So we bought a bag that will fit 2 bottles, because if we're going to be going to wineries and breweries and things, you want to be able to make your purchase that's expected. So we bought that to be able to safely transport that stuff. And then this bottom portion is all cleaning stuff, so that's all kept there. In the back, you can see actually this is like an L shape that I'm sitting on.
U-shaped.
Or I'm sorry, U-shape, yes. So these are all Canyon Adventure products back here. So these
that's the GLSS system.
Yeah, the GLSS system, and then with the day bed extra cushions.
Right. So there's 2 cushions that come with this. But we only use one. We only take one of them with us because it turns it into more of a lounger area, and then you can still, in the front section, you can still like use it as a regular table. So
yeah, these are Canyon Adventure tables as well. So we did upgrade from we did have one that came with the van. It was not really nice.
No.
So we bought these Canyon Adventure bamboo tables. We do keep them covered with these leather mats just so that they don't get messed up or stand up. But so this whole bottom section on this side, this is all storage. You can take a peek in there. That's where we keep our motorcycle helmets.
Folding chairs, our bar chairs for the outside
tool
bag.
Yeah, all that stuff stays on that side.
So, and you can access it from directly underneath. There's slide panels, and then in the back there you can open it up. There's doors on the back side of that. So, and
then this cabinet, this is another. These are called bed risers. They're also from Canyon Adventure vans, because there's no place to store your clothes. If the camper does come with a couple of racks that will go into the bathroom, but we actually use the bathroom. We're not using it as a closet, we're using it as a bathroom. So we needed a place to store more clothes because you can't get hardly anything up in the pizza oven. So this is Nate's side. We pack all of our things in these clear plastic bags at this point, same as in the front. And then this is, you know, all his clothes for the week. Same thing on my side. I have the bigger side. I do have more clothes. But because I have all of this, and then I also have at least 2 bags up front, so of sweatshirts and things. So that's how we organize our clothing. And then we have a couple of reading lights back here, as well as these under bed lights. And then over here under this one, I'm not going to lift it up, but that's where we store shoes, extra pantry items like protein drinks, water, that kind of stuff. And then you also have all your hookup stuff.
Yeah, so all of our water stuff is under there. All of our electrical stuff is under there. We also have these Gear Guy bags that are specifically made for a launch or a
for this
terrain
model year.
Yeah, so these I have like my 50 to 30 amp like type plugs, and then in this one right there we have
like Velcro.
Yes,
these little rubber things to keep things from rattling, felt pieces, because stuff in vans are going to rattle, or in any RV.
Yeah,
you're going to have rattles, and you have to chase those around so that you try to eliminate those. This is actually designed so that when you close this bathroom door like this, that it stops it and it keeps it from banging up against that. So the other reason that, or the reason that we chose this particular camper van is because of this door. This door completely seals off this back area from the front. So that's how we're able to both work here and be remote.
It basically gives us 2 cubicles because Dawn can work up front, I can work in back. We also don't have to make a bed every day. Our bed is just up there. You push a button, the bed drops, and it's ready to go. So it's just convenience. A lot of it, you know, you're working in a small space, so you want everything to be as convenient and as neat and orderly as possible. And that's what we're trying to do. And we're still trying to work through a lot of it. I'm sure we're still going to make changes, but that's kind of where we're at with it right now.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let us know. We just really want to show everybody that 2 people can work in a van like this, and you got to be specific about your needs. Not everybody needs to be as separated as we are, but you know, it's nice to have that separation. So for us, this was the perfect layout with this door opening up to close this space off. And you can see, you know, how well it does that. You only have a little tiny opening here at the top, and then there's a little tiny opening at the bottom. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Again, if you have any questions about how we handle something, or what do we do, or, you know, what it's like to work in a 19-foot van and live in it, we're going to know after this next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
We'll see you after that.
All right, thanks.